to this beat.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you the gospel Gamecocks every single day. Every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. I said we got a good one today, y'all. We are talking about we're breaking down like the impact of key departures of the vital players on the South Carolina women's basketball team, and three-time national champions, and will the Gamecocks remain elite? Let's say that one more again. Will the Gamecocks remain elite while losing multiple key players to this basketball team? South Carolina women's basketball team coming off of a national championship run, lost to UConn, but had an outstanding year once again. We're going to explore how the team will fill the gaps left by the WNBA and by graduating players. And oh yeah, by a player transferring to the other side, that purple and gold that hangs out in Louisiana. How will this affect the chances of the South Carolina women's basketball team returning to the Final Four in Phoenix, Arizona in April? Let's break it all down, ladies and gentlemen. I've been away for a couple days. Father's Day was Sunday. Salute to all the fathers. Salute to all the mothers who are playing the fatherly role. Salute to everyone who is a parent of some sort taking care of a child. As everybody know, and if you're new to Captain Will, you know I have 5 children that ain't children no more because all of them are really, really grown. I have 9 grandchildren. That is a lot. And Father's Day is special to your man, Captain Will. And if you know on Sunday's Father's Day, right? Just passed. It's a little different than Mother's Day. Mother's Day, you got the red carpet out there. You got all the fancy restaurants. I get all the emails. I get all the Ruth Chris's and Steak 48s and all the high-end restaurants. You know what I get for Father's Day? I get Red Robin. I get Golden Corral. I get a McDonald's. They cater to a certain thing. Because they think that dads, all they want to do is eat some barbecue. Yes, I want to eat some barbecue. Yes, I want to eat some sweet tea and pig feet. Yes, I want to do those things. But I also like me a good steak that's not well done. They put us on the bottom of the totem pole with all the different holidays. It's all good. Had a great Father's Day. Wonderful. The dynasty continues for the South Carolina women's basketball team. The team last year, so many accolades, went to the Final Four again. National championship game again. Went 35-4 overall. Was 16-1 at home. 8-2 road. 11-1 neutral. I can say so many things about the South Carolina women's basketball team. We finished second in net ranking, first in strength of schedule. It was 5th in offensive rating. It was 13th in defensive rating. This was a very, very good basketball team last season. We talk about the players that's gone, but but I kind of think of things in fours, you know. So I have four key players from last year's basketball team. Much like when I was a kid, I used to watch the, WCW and Four Horsemen, Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson, Four Horsemen. I was a kid, and I love me some Ric Flair. Love me some Ric Flair. Thanks, your boy. Woo! Loved it. So I kind of think of things like that in terms of fours. So Chloe Kitts. Chloe Kitts is one of my favorite basketball players on this basketball team. One of the best players in the SEC. Chloe Kitts, in my humble opinion, was the best Gamecock. Okay, 22 minutes, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 52% from the field, 80% from the free throw line, 2 assists, 1 steal, couple turnovers. She had an offensive rating of 120 and a defensive rating of 80. She was sensational by the South Carolina women's basketball team, and she's back. She was a key contributor last season. Second, Joyce Edwards. Joyce Edwards, the leading scorer in this basketball team, 21 minutes, averaged 13 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, couple of turnovers. She had an offensive rating of 115.4 and a defensive rating of 82.4. Joyce Edwards was one of the best basketball players, especially as a freshman, across the country. Okay? That's 2. Number 3, Te-Hina Paopao. Te-Hina Paopao, who is balling in the WNBA. Yesterday, they played, Te-Hina Paopao played, 17 minutes at 17 points, 4 for 6 from the three-point line, 5 assists, 0 turnovers. She, if given minutes, Te-Hina Paopao is all rookie in the WNBA. If given minutes, she comes in, she produces. Whereas the Gamecock, she was number 3 on the list of key players on this basketball team. She had 25 minutes. Averaged the most minutes on the basketball team, averaged 9 points, shot 37% from the three-point line, shot 44% from the field, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, offensive rating 116.9, defensive rating of 86.2, which is showing up and showing out for the Atlanta Dream. Te-Hina Paopao is playing terrific and played terrific basketball for the South Carolina women's basketball team over 2 seasons. She's number 3. And the 4th one is Malaysia Fulwiley. Malaysia Fulwiley, who transferred to LSU, transferred to LSU and averaged right at 12 points per game, shot 43% from the field, shot 26% from 3, 78% from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, couple of assists, couple of steals, 1 block, couple of turnovers per basketball game, had an offensive rating of 103.9, a defensive rating of 78.8. Malaysia Fulwiley, on my top 4, is number 4. Paopao is number 3. Malaysia's number 4. And both of them are gone. How do we make up for that? Transitioning to the 2025 season for the South Carolina women's basketball team, there are more key departures. First, Paopao. How do you replace, or should I say, the impact of Paopao getting drafted in the 2nd round in WNBA and playing well with Atlanta Dream? How do you replace that impact? Well, Paopao definitely will be missed. And it's that joy, it's that she's been there type energy that folks in Atlanta has fell in love with. Paopao didn't get down to Atlanta, just fell in love with some lemon pepper wings. She just didn't show up and just in the A and just everybody just fall in love with her. That's what happened when she showed up at Columbia. Everybody just fell in love with her and the family. But you can fall in love with a person and their family, but if they can't ball, you get forgot about, right? Well, Paopao can ball. The things that we're going to miss about Te-Hina Paopao is when you know what you're going to get with her. You know you're going to get steady play. You know you're not going to get many mistakes with her. You know she's a knockdown shooter. You know, especially last year, she can play some defense. And for a better part of the season, she was our lead point guard. Pow, her impact will be felt early in the season. But we also had two other players who were drafted into the W. You had Breezy Hall, who was drafted by Indiana. You had Sanaya Fagan, who just got some playing time with Los Angeles Sparks a little while ago. Both of them are gone. Breezy played a lot of minutes with South Carolina women's basketball team. Breezy was the best perimeter defender on this basketball team and one of the better defenders, perimeter defenders in the SEC and in the country. Why she's not on the WNBA team, boggles my mind just for defense. Sanaya Fagan was one of the better post defenders in the SEC. That's why she got drafted. Defensively, those two players have to be replaced. Those two players have to those minutes got to go somewhere. In particular, Breezy Hall, because she played a lot of minutes. Malaja Fulwiley, one of my favorite basketball players of all time at South Carolina, one of my favorite basketball players that I've ever watched with my own eyeballs, is now with LSU. Replacing a player like Lay is tough. It is tough. Not only because of her skill level, but because the aura that she has at the Colonial Life Arena. Will she have that same aura playing in Baton Rouge? No, she will not. Because she's a homegrown hero at South Carolina. So it's going to be different playing in LSU. But what you're going to miss with Lay, the impact that she had, yeah, you're going to miss some of her scoring with 12 points per basketball game. Yeah, you're going to miss her sensational play. You're going to miss her flair for being unbelievable. You're going to miss some of those things. She's an underrated defender when she wanted to really, really, really play defense. She could play some defense. Do we have players that can replace Lay and Powell and Breezy and Fagan? Do we have those players? This cool thing that we look at sometimes is chemistry. Team chemistry and leadership. Powell personified leadership for this basketball team. She was and is a leader on and off the court. Who's going to be that leader for this upcoming season? I want it to be Raven Johnson. That's what I want it to be. She's a point guard. She's in her 5th year. She's a 2-time national champion. She has something to prove. So I'm going to pencil in Raven Johnson of being the de facto leader for this South Carolina women's basketball team going forward. Team chemistry. Chemistry changed because we have multiple players leaving. We have multiple players going out. Coming back in, I should say. So they got a third of the team's gone. Over half the points, rebounds, assists is gone from this basketball team. So you got to recalibrate. We got to get things back together. But you got new faces. You got rising stars on this basketball team. Start with a freshman who I love. Agot McCurry, number 6 ranked in the 2025 recruiting class, and 6'1" wing player, play multiple positions. Very talented basketball player. You got Agot McCurry. I just said that. You got Ayla McDowell, 6'2", wing player, play multiple positions. Sound very similar to Agot and Ayla play very similar to a certain degree in terms of size. Well, in terms of actual height, because Ayla is more filled out. Agot got to put on some weight. Agot, to me, has a better shot. But Ayla can shoot that rock as well. Agot is a better on-ball defender. But Ayla can guard multiple positions. Ayla doesn't get tired. She has a motor that continues to go. Agot, 6th ranked. Ayla, 15th ranked. When that comes together, the potential for those two players to have an impact on this basketball team is high because, again, there are minutes to be had. Somebody has to play Breezy Hall's minutes. Somebody's got to get Tahina Pow's minutes, Malaysia Fulwale's minutes, Sanaya Fagan's minutes. Somebody got to get those minutes, y'all. Who will that be? We got those two freshmen coming in, but here you got two more transfer players who are coming in, who are predicted to be drafted into the WNBA, one of which in Ta'Niya Latson is predicted to go between 3 and 5 into the WNBA next year. You have the leading scorer of the country on this basketball team. The leading scorer who averaged 25 points per basketball game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 34% from 3, shot over 40% from the field, shot close to 80% on the free throw line off 7.8 attempts. She is a baller. She's going to get a lot of those minutes, that power pocket. So plug and play for that one, right? Then you got Madina Okot. Madina Okot, who's 6'5", 6'6". I've seen some awesome pictures with her and Adhel Tac and Maryam Dauda, the pigs. She's going to get a lot of those minutes that Sanaya Fagan had this past season. She's one of the better defenders in the SEC. She averaged double-double for Mississippi State. She can ball. We got a big in the transfer portal who can play. Okay. So you got, I think, Latson's going to get a bulk of the minutes that Powell played. Powell had 25 minutes, and Latson gets something similar to that, 25, 27 minutes per basketball game. But you got Malaysia Fulwale, who averaged 19 minutes per game. Do we have a replacement, so to speak, of Malaysia Fulwale? You got somebody named Maddy McDaniel, who was 13th, 14th ranked in her recruiting class. Second ranked point guard in her recruiting class. Right behind was Jelani Cambridge. I predict that Maddy McDaniel is going to play outstanding this year. If we look at schematically, if we look at the totality of players, and you look at Malaysia Fulwale, look at Maddy McDaniel, and I know folks are going to be looking at me like, what the hell? What are you talking about? Talking about Maddy McDaniel is on that level with Malaysia Fulwale. For the folks who question those things, those thoughts that Captain Will is saying right now, I want you to do this. Go back and Google Mighty Mouse herself, Maddy McDaniel, her senior year in high school. That's all you gotta do. Just Google her senior year in high school. Pull it up on YouTube. Maddy's senior year in high school, her junior and senior year in high school, and then get back to me. And you have any reason, if you have any way of discourse, when we're talking about replacing minutes for minutes for Maddy McDaniel with Malaysia Fulwale, then we have the discussion. But Maddy McDaniel is a baller. She is more refined than Malaysia Fulwale. She's more of a not as rough around the edges as Fulwale. There is no secret why she was ranked so high. You will see why this season. Okay? You'll see why. The development of these players, the returning players on this basketball team, because 2 out of our top 4 players are returning back. Chloe Kitson was ranked number 1 in my Captain Will's poll. Joyce Edwards number 2. Okay, those players are returning back to South Carolina. Those 2 players have the potential to be all SEC, all American type. Those 2 players are getting a lot of minutes. Those 2 players are going to star for the South Carolina women's basketball team. Chloe is predicted to go in the first round or early in the second round next year's draft. Joyce Edwards is predicted to be, in some cases, an All-American this upcoming season. I'm looking for better things from Tessa Johnson. I'm looking for her to increase her role. Now, Tessa already played about 21 minutes per basketball game last season, so she not like she's been sitting on the pine. I just think her option, she'll be more of a scoring option this upcoming season. I think she's going to ball out. I think it'd be more of an increased role for a Maryam Dauda, who has been putting so much work in an off season. There's been an increased role for Adhel Tac, who isn't injured for the first time in going on, 2 years, 3 years? Look for her to jump exponentially from last season. Breakout stars with South Carolina women's basketball team. I can't say that Chloe's a breakout star because she's not. I can't say that Joyce is a breakout star because she's not. Maddy McDaniel will be a breakout star. She will be talked about a lot during the season. Tessa Johnson will be talked about more throughout the season versus just during the tournament time when it's tournament Tessa. We're going to see more of a consistent basis for Tessa Johnson. Breakout star for this upcoming season on this roster is Adhel Tac. Is Adhel Tac going to play 20 minutes per basketball game? No. If she's going to play about 10 to 15 minutes per basketball game, yes, she will have a more defined role because she is healthy. Ladies and gentlemen, Adhel Tac is 6'5". And if you don't know how good Adhel Tac, go back to her junior year before she got injured when she was a top 10 recruit in the country. Go back. The team's strength and the weaknesses still remain for this basketball team to a certain degree. The strength of this basketball team last season was our offense. We're 5th ranked in offensive rating. Now, against elite teams, that has changed. We were, quote unquote, found out against elite teams with our offense because our offense got stagnant. So you insert a player like Ta'Niya Latson, offense changes. You got a true scorer of the basketball who's an All-American. That's on a resume. All ACC, All American, all those cool things. The weaknesses of this basketball team last year was stagnant scoring at times and consistent post play by big. I don't consider Joyce Edwards a big, so to speak. She's 6'3". She's a big. But she's not the definition of a big for what Carolina has. Carolina's basis is 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". That's our basis of our when we are really locked in and ready to win a championship. Chloe's 6'2". Chloe's not big. Chloe's a wing who happens to be our best rebounder in this basketball team. I want that to change. I don't want Chloe Kitts being our best rebounder in this basketball team. I do not want Chloe Kitts leading our basketball team in rebounds. If Chloe Kitts at 6'2" is leading our basketball team in rebounds, that means some of our other bigs aren't doing what I think they should do. Chloe Kitts, this upcoming season, could be an all-SEC player. I predict she will be an all-SEC player. But she got expelled on the boards by a multitude of people. Sanaya Fagan got drafted into the W, right? But Sanaya Fagan was never a great rebounder at South Carolina. She was never. Joyce Edwards averaged 5 rebounds per basketball game. Joyce will improve her rebounds. And we need her to improve her rebounds. Last year we missed Ashlyn Watkins. Now we were still top 5, top 7 in terms of block shots, and we still was solid rebounding basketball, except on defensive end. But you missed that toughness with Ashlyn Watkins, and hopefully she returns at that level. But I need Maryam Dauda to step up. The competition for the SEC is unreal. Competition across the country is unreal. We can't have no signs of let up, of stepping back this upcoming season. That we have the potential on this basketball team to repeat in the Final Four, to be competing or playing against Connecticut again in the national championship in Phoenix. Those are the predictions by Vegas right now, that Carolina and UConn will see each other again for the national championship in Phoenix, Arizona. It can happen, but these young ladies got to gel. They got to put it together. They got to rise above the mess that goes on during the summer. Last summer was an eventful summer for South Carolina. This needs to be an uneventful summer. Just show up, work hard, get it done, and get this thing popping. This includes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you the gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go.